He signifies inclusion, and I know that it's going to bring a lot of, talk and a lot of advocacy to, the world.
For days, the world has speculated, but now the truth is out. DNA results have rocked the royal family like never before. In a revelation no one saw coming, Prince Harry is reportedly not Archie's biological father. Yes, you heard that right. The shocking discovery has allegedly stunned King Charles and Prince Harry, and the fallout is sending shockwaves through the monarchy. But that's not all. Rumors suggest swift action has already been taken. So what happens next? Buckle up, because this royal drama is far from over. Royal bloodlines under question. The British monarchy, once seen as an unshakable pillar of tradition and continuity, is now at a crossroads. The era of unquestioned loyalty and rigid customs is fading, giving way to an institution struggling to find its place in a rapidly changing world. Every move, every decision, every whispered conversation behind palace doors is dissected by the public, making the once private affairs of the royal family a global spectacle. And at the center of this evolving narrative, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, two figures whose mere presence continues to challenge the very essence of royalty in the modern era. Their decision to step away from royal duties sent shockwaves through the establishment, but the ripples of their actions are far from over. The fate of their children, Archie and Lilibet, has become a heated subject of debate. Are they rightful heirs to royal titles, or are they merely symbols of an outdated system struggling to stay relevant? These titles aren't just ceremonial. They represent influence, status, and the power that comes with a name tied to centuries of history. And now, whispers of something even more shocking threaten to shake the monarchy to its core. Imagine for a moment the sheer magnitude of King Charles requesting DNA tests for his grandchildren. Earth-shattering. Would this be a move toward transparency in a monarchy often accused of secrecy? Or would it spark an irreversible crisis within the royal household? It would undoubtedly deepen the already widening rift between Meghan, Harry, and the institution they once called home. But beyond personal conflict, this revelation would ignite an international media firestorm, one that the monarchy, already treading carefully in the modern world, might not be able to contain. It's no secret that the royal family has never been under more scrutiny. The world watches their every move, dissecting their choices and questioning their relevance. And when it comes to Archie and Lilibet, the stakes are even higher. The fight over their status is more than just a royal dilemma. It's a reflection of a broader cultural shift. Meghan's push for recognition isn't just a personal mission. It taps into larger conversations about equality, representation, and the evolving role of the monarchy in the 21st century. But where does King Charles truly stand in all of this? As monarch, his role has always been one of stability and tradition. But in the face of growing pressure, his next move is anything but predictable. Will he uphold the old ways? Or will he be the one to reshape the monarchy in ways no one saw coming? A royal drama is unfolding. But could one shocking revelation change everything? Stay tuned. The untold story of Harry and Meghan's controversial love. When Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's relationship first became public in late 2016, the media frenzy was immediate. Reporters scrambled to uncover every possible detail about Meghan, her Hollywood career, her past relationships, and her ability to adapt to the rigid traditions of the royal family. With more than 30 acting credits to her name, including minor roles like a blink-and-you-miss-it appearance in Horrible Bosses, Meghan was no stranger to the spotlight. But being an actress was one thing. Becoming a royal was an entirely different challenge. At first, the coverage was a mix of excitement and skepticism. Many embraced the idea of a modern fairy tale, an American actress marrying a prince, bringing a breath of fresh air into the centuries-old monarchy. But in certain corners of the British press, doubt lingered. Could Meghan truly fit into the royal mold? Was the institution ready for such a dramatic change? Regardless of public opinion, their relationship progressed swiftly. By November 2017, the couple was engaged, and their first official interview together painted a picture of joy and unity. Meghan spoke warmly about her love for Harry, while he, in turn, expressed how thrilled he was to introduce her to the world. The wedding, set for May 2018, was shaping up to be a global spectacle. Royal watchers eagerly followed every development, while Meghan and Harry prepared to step into their new roles. With my body, I honor you. All that I am, I give to you. All that I have, I share with you. These vows symbolized more than just a union between two people. They marked the merging of two very different worlds. But behind the grandeur, tensions were already brewing. Rumors swirled that not everyone in the palace was comfortable with the shift Meghan represented. The British tabloids, always hungry for scandal, wasted no time dissecting her every move. They dug into her family history, scrutinized her estranged relationship with her father, and published unflattering paparazzi photos, fueling an endless cycle of speculation. Prince Harry, unwilling to stand by as Meghan faced relentless scrutiny, took an unprecedented step. He issued a strongly worded statement condemning the media's invasive tactics, making it clear that he would not tolerate the harassment of the woman he loved. To some, this was a beautiful devotion, a prince shielding his future wife from a ruthless press. But to others, it was the start of something far more troubling. A brewing conflict between the traditional royal approach of quiet dignity and the modern, media-savvy defiance of Harry and Meghan. And then came the whispers, the kind that couldn't be ignored, rumors that would shake the very foundation of the monarchy, a request for a DNA test. But what truth would it reveal? Stay tuned. Royal DNA Shocker: the truth about Archie and Lilibet's parentage. The British royal family has long been a subject of global fascination, but in recent years, the intrigue surrounding them has taken an unprecedented turn. The latest whirlwind of speculation revolves around none other than Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and their child, Archie. At the heart of the controversy lies a simple yet explosive question: is everything as it seems when it comes to the Sussex children? Or is there more to the story than meets the eye? It all began when reports surfaced suggesting that Prince Harry's name was conspicuously absent from Archie's birth certificate. Even more puzzling, Meghan had altered her name on the document, replacing Rachel Meghan with Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex. While birth certificate modifications are not unheard of, the secrecy surrounding these changes set off a flurry of questions. Who authorized them? Why was the royal family reportedly unaware of the adjustments? And most importantly, what was the real reason behind them? As these mysteries swirled, the conversation took an even more dramatic turn. Conspiracy theories emerged, with some claiming that the entire narrative surrounding Archie and Lilibet's existence might not be as straightforward as it appears. Some royal watchers speculated that no official DNA tests were ever conducted to confirm their parentage, raising the unsettling possibility that Harry himself may have never verified whether he is, in fact, the biological father of his children. This theory gained traction following an incident at a polo match where Meghan was seen holding baby Archie. Observers noted how the child was handled awkwardly, leading to whispers that something was amiss. Adding fuel to the fire, the royal family members present at the event reportedly kept their distance from the baby. An unusual move for a family that usually embraces new additions with warmth. So why the cold reception? Was Archie truly there, or was something being hidden from the public eye? Further claims suggested that the so-called real parents of Archie might not be Harry and Meghan at all. Instead, a bizarre yet persistent rumor emerged that the couple had borrowed child to present as their own, with some even alleging that these children were from different parts of the world, including the United Kingdom and Africa. The speculation reached new heights when Meghan's close friend, Brandy, and her son, Gavin, were brought into the conversation. Some conspiracy theorists pointed out striking similarities between Gavin and Archie, suggesting that Gavin may have been used as a stand-in for certain public appearances. But why would Brandy remain silent if her child was involved in such a scheme? And if this theory held any weight, what would that mean for the royal family? If the mystery surrounding Archie wasn't enough, Lilibet's case only deepens the intrigue. Unlike other royal children, who are frequently photographed at public events, Lilibet remains an enigma. The only widely circulated image of her is one where she is seen sitting with the late Queen Elizabeth, but even that photo has faced scrutiny, with some alleging that it may have been digitally altered. Why are there so few authentic images of Lilibet? And why do public sightings of her remain virtually non-existent? At its core, this growing controversy paints a picture of a royal saga more dramatic than any fictional thriller. If even a fraction of these claims were true, it would send shockwaves through the monarchy, forcing the institution to confront one of its most scandalous crises in history. Are we witnessing a carefully orchestrated deception, or is this all an elaborate hoax designed to tarnish the Sussexes' reputation? But before we get lost in speculation, there's one undeniable question that remains. If Archie and Lilibet are indeed royal children, why has there been so much secrecy surrounding their birth certificates and public appearances? What exactly does it take for a royal child to secure a title, and how does the monarchy decide who is worthy of one? Royal protocol for getting a title. Royal protocol, the complex path to a title. The British monarchy has always stood as a pillar of tradition, an institution governed by centuries-old customs that dictate every aspect of royal life. From public appearances to political alliances, nothing within the royal family happens without precedent, and titles are no exception. More than just ceremonial labels, these titles represent status, heritage, and legacy, tied to power, land, and influence. For many, they are considered a birthright. But as the modern world shifts, so too does the role of the monarchy. With growing demands for transparency, increasing media scrutiny, and changing public attitudes, the once unquestionable traditions surrounding royal titles have come under fire. In the past, titles followed strict lines of succession, handed down to direct heirs without debate. This system maintained a clear hierarchy, reinforcing the family's influence both in governance and in the public eye. Yet, in today's evolving landscape, the question of who truly deserves a royal title has never been more contentious. Nowhere is this debate more apparent than in the case of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's children, Archie and Lilibet. Traditionally, as the offspring of a duke and duchess, they would automatically be granted the titles of prince and princess. However, their parents' decision to step away from royal duties complicated matters, leading to intense discussions within the royal household about whether these children should be afforded the same privileges as others born into the family. When Meghan Markle married into the royal family, she was a departure from tradition in more ways than one. An American actress of biracial heritage, outspoken and independent, she represented a modern contrast to the typically reserved royal figures. Her marriage to Prince Harry was a landmark moment, but it also sparked debates over the evolving nature of the monarchy. The birth of their children only deepened these conversations. For Meghan, the issue of titles isn't just about formality, it's about recognition and fairness. She believes that Archie and Lilibet deserve their rightful place in history, not because of privilege, but because of equality. If other royal children automatically receive their titles, why should hers be treated any differently? To her and her supporters, the reluctance to grant these titles feels like an exclusionary move, reinforcing old hierarchies that no longer fit in today's world. On the other hand, traditionalists argue that royal titles should come with responsibilities. The monarchy, after all, is built on duty and service. If Harry and Meghan have chosen to step back from royal obligations, should their children still be included in an institution they are no longer actively part of? Some believe that handing out titles without corresponding duties undermines the very foundation of the monarchy itself. As both sides stand firm in their beliefs, one question looms: will the monarchy adapt to modern demands, or will tradition continue to dictate the future of royal titles? And with King Charles at the helm, the final decision rests with him. But what will he choose? And could his rule reshape the monarchy as we know it? King Charles's decision: upholding legacy or embracing reform? King Charles finds himself at a crossroads, caught between the weight of tradition and the pressing demands of a modern world. As the newly crowned monarch, he must uphold the age-old customs that define the British monarchy, while also recognizing the shifting landscape of contemporary society. No longer simply a symbol of power and privilege.
In this purpose, I know that I shall be upheld by the affection and loyalty of the peoples whose sovereign I have been called upon to be.
The royal family now operates under a microscope, where every decision is scrutinized by both the press and the public. The debate over whether Archie and Lilibet should receive royal titles is a prime example of the monarchy's larger struggle. For centuries, royal titles have signified status, heritage, and a direct connection to the crown. They have followed strict lines of succession, leaving little room for deviation. However, in today's world, where ideas of privilege and hierarchy are constantly being questioned, the rules surrounding royal titles have become increasingly contentious. On one side, traditionalists argue that royal titles should be reserved for those who actively serve the monarchy. To them, granting titles to children whose parents have distanced themselves from royal duties contradicts the very purpose of the institution. The monarchy, they believe, must maintain a clear structure, one that ensures those who bear titles contribute to the responsibilities that come with them. On the other hand, some view the withholding of Archie and Lilibet's titles as an unjust exclusion. Meghan Markle has been vocal about her belief that her children deserve the same recognition as their royal cousins, not as a privilege, but as a rightful acknowledgement of their lineage. To her, this is not just about maintaining tradition. It is about fairness, equal treatment, and securing her children's place in history. The refusal to grant them titles, some argue, raises uncomfortable questions about bias, hierarchy, and whether outdated customs should still dictate modern royal life. King Charles, a monarch who has spent decades preparing for this role, understands both perspectives. He has long advocated for a more streamlined, modernized monarchy, one that prioritizes duty over title. But as he navigates these turbulent waters, he also faces pressure from both within the palace walls and beyond them. If he grants Archie and Lilibet royal titles, it could signal a willingness to adapt to changing times. If he withholds them, it may reinforce the perception that the monarchy is resistant to progress. This ongoing debate is more than just a family dispute. It is a reflection of the monarchy's evolving place in society. The decision King Charles ultimately makes will set a precedent for how the institution adapts to the 21st century. But beyond the question of titles, there's a larger, more pressing issue at play. What does this controversy reveal about the state of the royal family itself? Royal rift. The royal rift. A family divided. Meghan Markle's entry into the royal family was more than just a love story. It was a cultural clash that exposed the rigid traditions of the monarchy. From the start, she struggled with strict rules governing her behavior, wardrobe, and speech. Even basic questions lacked clear answers. Meghan later revealed that she didn't just feel pressured to adapt, she felt silenced. Tensions escalated when palace staff accused her of bullying and creating a toxic work environment. A leaked Kensington Palace email raised concerns about her behavior, fueling media scrutiny. The Sussexes dismissed these claims as a smear campaign, noting that such stories conveniently emerged before their major announcements. Meanwhile, Meghan's approach to public engagements, hugging well-wishers, speaking candidly, and showing emotion, clashed with royal formality. Admirers saw her as a modern breath of fresh air, but palace insiders found her disruptive. Feeling increasingly isolated, Meghan later revealed in an interview with Oprah Winfrey that she battled mental health struggles in silence, with little institutional support. To some, she was a victim of outdated royal traditions. To others, she was an outsider unwilling to conform. A year after stepping back from royal duties, Meghan and Harry's explosive March 2021 interview with Oprah sent shockwaves worldwide. Speculation swirled beforehand. Would they expose royal secrets? Attack the Queen? Damage the monarchy's image forever? The revelations were more shocking than expected. Meghan disclosed that during her pregnancy with Archie, she had suicidal thoughts, but was denied help by palace officials who feared the optics. She described life behind palace walls as isolating and unwelcoming. The most explosive claim came when the couple revealed that a senior royal had expressed concerns about their unborn child's skin tone. While they refused to name names, the implication of racism within the monarchy caused global outrage.
So we have in tandem the conversation of he won't be given security, he's not going to be given a title, and also concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born.
Harry later clarified that neither the Queen nor Prince Philip had made the remark, but the damage was done. Reactions were deeply divided. Some praised Meghan for speaking out, while others accused her of exaggeration or seeking revenge. British tabloids went on the attack, questioning her credibility. Harry admitted feeling trapped within the royal system and revealed that his father, King Charles, had stopped taking his calls. Buckingham Palace issued a brief statement promising to address the concerns privately, but dismissed the allegations with the now infamous phrase, "Recollections may vary." Perhaps the most heartbreaking fallout was the rift between Harry and William. Once inseparable, the brothers had always presented a united front. They championed mental health causes, shared light-hearted public moments, and leaned on each other through personal losses. But tensions reportedly grew as William disapproved of how quickly Harry's relationship with Meghan developed. Their approaches to royal life also diverged. William remained committed to duty and tradition, while Harry sought freedom from the constraints of monarchy. When Harry described their relationship as space in the Oprah interview, it became clear they were on separate paths. Hopes for reconciliation flickered at Prince Philip's funeral in April 2021, where every glance and whispered exchange between them was scrutinized. However, any chance of mending their bond faded with the release of Harry's memoir, Spare, in January 2023. The 400-page book detailed arguments with William, feelings of being overshadowed, and claims of being sidelined in favor of his brother. Some saw the memoir as an honest glimpse into royal life, while others viewed it as a betrayal of family trust. Regardless of perspective, one truth remained clear. The fractures within the royal family ran deep, and the once unbreakable bonds seemed beyond repair. With the monarchy at a crossroads, will these fractures ever heal? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.